Welcome to TOI Auto, ladies and gentlemen. And Tata Motors recently launched the new Punch.ev. And we are here in Kochi to drive it. But before we drive it, we will talk about the car with Vivek Srivatsa. Vivek, thank you for joining us.
My pleasure.
And Vivek is going to be telling us about the car, the market, and a lot more. So, Vivek, first of all, for the sake of our viewers, can you tell us the key changes that have been made in this car?
Three key changes basically. First of all, the battery size. The MR and LR, both the battery sizes have gone up. MR is 30 kilowatt hour and the LR is 40 kilowatt hour. 40 kilowatt hour is probably best in world in terms of packaging for this size of a car. And what it gives is 355 kilometers real world range for customers, opening out this entire possibility of intercity drives. Second change is of course the faster charging. Sometimes the battery pack alone is not enough. The ability to quickly give a top-up charge and get going on your drive is very important. So we have gone to 1.5C charging, which liberates 135 kilometers in a 15-minute charge. 20 to 80% charge can happen in just 26 minutes. So it really gives the ability for a customer to do a 500-kilometer drive comfortably with just a 15-minute break, for charging. So that is the second one. The third big one, the car has been, focused to get in a lot of ICE customers. First-time car buyers can start looking at this as their first car, and they've always had a lot of doubts about the battery life, and we have incorporated unlimited lifetime warranty on the battery to give that peace of mind to customers. So these are the three big changes, and all of it is focused on getting the first-time car buyers to look at this. Yeah.
So Vivek, you mentioned, like you are looking at first-time car buyers. That's very interesting for an EV. Now, in terms of infrastructure, how are you seeing the development happening? Because that continues to be one of the key points for people.
See, I always say, I don't want to be defensive, but any amount of infrastructure is never enough. I always say, like mobile phones, you always still are not satisfied, even though mobile phones have been around close to 30 years now, you know. But having said that, I think charging infra is something that Tata Motors has been working on diligently every day since the time we launched the Nexon EV. And today, I would say all the major highways are covered by chargers. I'll break it down, we started off by giving a free charger with every car back in 2020 with the Nexon.
Yes.
And more than 2 lakh such chargers have been installed across the country, It was a painstaking effort, but we could do it because it's not just about giving the charger, but also coordinating with doing the paperwork and getting it installed in every apartment and linking the charger to the meter is not easy.
Yes.
Apart from that, we have our Tata.ev mega chargers now, more than 130 locations, more than 450 charging guns, high-speed charging, charging banks on hotspots on highways across the country. With our data, we know exactly which are the big hotspots where a lot of traffic is there in terms of EV. And third is the open collaborations we have with CPOs, where we give them data exactly on this, which are the highways which are seeing a lot of incidents of EV driving, which are the places where it would be profitable for people to put up their chargers. So that is being given, and today we have more than 5,000 such chargers. So we are working not just on the charging hardware, but also the mindset of chargers to make the charging experience much more comfortable. Like I said, it might never be enough, but today you can genuinely do very long drives. If you must have seen the map we presented in the launch, almost entire India has been covered by EVs. That means there is charging infrastructure. Yeah.
Correct. And you mentioned unlimited battery warranty. So just one quick question on that. Is it only for the first buyer, or if you're selling the car, does it still continue?
It is for the first buyer. For the second buyer, we are giving a slightly lesser coverage.
Okay.
But yes, it is a two-tier kind of a one. But we are not, people who buy an EV normally buy it for at least 7-8 years of ownership.
Right.
So, yeah.
And Vivek, you have had EVs now in the market for a long time. You have a lot of data, which we have spoken about earlier also. So was there anything from that data, any key learning that stands out that you have incorporated in this, and going forward, we'll see it in more EVs?
Yeah. I think this data largely talks about City driving, people are largely comfortable with EVs. They charge at home. Even if they have to charge outside, there are a lot of public charging areas in cities now.
Yep.
But it is a highway drive that really gave us a lot of insights. If you look at major intercity drives, it's anything between 300 to 500 kilometers. You take a Mumbai Pune and back, it's about 500 kilometers.
Yeah.
You do it's about 400 kilometers. Delhi Jaipur, Delhi Agra, or Delhi Chandigarh, uh, Bangalore Chennai, or Bangalore to Hyderabad. All these are 400, 500 kilometers. So in our mind, it is that 500 kilometer barrier that we had to overcome comfortably, and that's what customer told us. I want to be able to do a 500 kilometer journey comfortably with probably a quick stop in between, and
Right.
this whole car has been designed around giving that, all at the price of less than 13 lakhs. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, the pricing surely is very
yeah,
competitive.
yeah.
And now, if I look at the overall, basically, if I talk about the charging only, in terms of range anxiety, what kind of change have you seen your consumers? How has this mindset,
Yeah.
developed? How has it changed?
I think trust in EV as a powertrain has really gone up. 2-3 years back, people used to buy an EV as a tech product. There was a certain bit of newness around it. It's like buying a new phone. There's a lot of discovery that had to happen. Uh, that created excitement, but to a few set of people. But today, with the number of EVs, I think India has put more than close to 400,000 EVs on four-wheelers on Indian roads.
Right.
That is 4 lakh. And there is a confidence about the EV category itself. Today, EV is seen as an additional powertrain option rather than a new technology. So people go and say, okay, I like this product. I can either buy petrol or diesel or CNG or EV. Let me choose one of them. And that behavior is coming out. So I would say that this confidence in the technology has also reduced a lot in terms of the range anxiety that people feel. People know that it's a tech that I can believe in. Chargers are there. All these app-based charging, route planning also is becoming big. And when you drive on highways, you start seeing a lot of EVs on the highways. So a combination of all this, I think, has really reduced this anxiety around EVs. Yeah.
Vivek, how's the reception been for all-wheel drive that you launched with the Harrier.ev?
Yeah.
Can you give us some numbers?
Very good, very good. We were pleasantly surprised.
Okay.
More than 25% of buyers are
Wow.
buying the all-wheel drive. So that also is a pleasant surprise and a good insight as well, I would say. Yeah. Yeah.
And when it comes to EVs, we've been seeing the market share growing every year,
Yeah.
last few years. Going forward, based on the insights that you have, what do you think how this market will pan out? Do we see incremental gains happening over the next few years? Or do you see any inflection point, any such stage where we could see a sudden surge?
I think we've already reached an inflection point. If you see across the world, once countries reach about 5% penetration of EVs, after that it really rapidly grows up. And India is already on the cusp of reaching 5%. But what's also important is, if I look at EV penetration, and it was something we showed in the launch, 12 lakhs is the median price of the industry now, overall. If you look at EV penetration above 12 lakhs, it is almost 10%. But if you look at EV penetration below 12 lakhs, which is 65% of the market, it is 1.5%, and that is where products like the Punch are going to make a big difference. Suddenly, this 65% of the market will have an option to buy an EV with the right range, with the right price, with the right set of features and the body style they like. So with this 65% of the market also going towards EVs, I think overall penetration is going to dramatically increase. So I would say that from this year on, we will see a dramatic increase in EV penetration across the country. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And in terms of the variant split, right now you've got some a recent launch.
Yeah.
But what's the split between the MR and the LR?
I think we can expect about 25% people to go for the MR, and the rest will go for LR. And that's the indications we have currently. Yeah.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for your time, Vivek. Thank you.
My
It was a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you.